Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. I am so excited for the group stage of Worlds to be kicking off today. I really do think that the group stage at Worlds is the best time of the year. It's my favorite time as a League of Legends fan. It's like group stage at Worlds is number 1, and then off season is number 2, and then it's like the rest of Worlds, maybe summer playoffs, spring playoffs, I don't know, beginning of the season, but like in the middle, we really hit a lull. We get up to this point. I'm so excited. At the beginning of group stage, every team's 0-0, every region's 0-0, everyone's got hope, excitement. I can't wait. I'm super excited, but we do have some big news today, or I guess this was yesterday, coming out of the LEC to talk about as well. And this is affecting one of the teams that is at Worlds. It's obviously not directly related to Worlds, but it still is a very big story. It's one that's been rumored for a while. Not super unexpected, but there are some big updates and some big news coming out of this as well that we need to talk about and that I'm very excited to talk about. And that is this. We got this tweet from Kcorp today, the day that I'm recording this at least, and they said, "It is finally a reality. We join forces with Rogue and will conquer the world as Koi in 2023, pending Riot approval, Somos Koi." And then we also had this tweet from Rogue. "Rogue and Koi are joining forces. We're ready to take the next step as an organization alongside Koi. Check out the stream on this exciting announcement." And Ibai was streaming. You know, he had this big announcement. He was talking about everything that was going on, all that stuff. We also have some we have some tweets from Express that we can talk about in a second. But that is obviously very big. You know, that this is official. We've been hearing about Koi and Rogue joining together for quite some time. And it's crazy because they're joining together, again, with Rogue. Koi obviously being a new organization entering into the LEC. Like, kind of not, because it is still going to be Rogue in a lot of ways, but it's going to be Koi in a lot of ways as well. But for a new organization to be coming into the league with an LEC title roster, like Rogue just won a championship and now they're gone, which is crazy after winning a championship, and Koi's in with an automatic title contending team right off the bat. Because you think about the teams that have come in recently, like BDS, they're like fighting to not finish 10th. They're fighting to win like 2 games. And now Koi's automatically going to be, not automatically, but they're going to be one of the best teams in the LEC next year. And that's before we even know what they're going to be able to do in this offseason. Could be even better. Yeah, it could be a little bit worse, but no matter what, they'll be like top 4 or 5 or something. They're going to be a good team no matter what. And that's so exciting, because that makes it so much easier for fans to connect with you, for fans to care about your team, for you to make new fans, for you to keep your old fans happy, all that stuff. Like, nobody wants to root for a loser. Nobody cares about the, like, how many people cared about BDS this year? How many new fans did BDS get this year? How many fans, period, did BDS have this year? Because it's harder to make content. No one cares about your content. No one cares about your games. No one cares about your merch. Like, you need to give people a reason to care about you. When you're a new team and the only thing they've ever seen from you is you sucking, you know, like if Fnatic or G2 sucks, it's still going to hurt them a lot, but at least they'll still have a lot of fans because people have still cared about them previously. But if you're a new team, you need to give people a reason to care right off the bat. So I get it. This is going to be cool. It's insane for a new team to be coming in with a roster like this, especially because they're going to get to ride the wave of whatever Rogue does at Worlds this year as well. And we don't know what Rogue's going to do for sure, but they have a chance to do something pretty cool, I think. Now, hey, they have a chance to suck and not get out of groups too, but it's not like that would be the end of the world for Koi or anything like that. But here are some things from Ibai's stream. This was in Spanish, so a lot of this is translated, could be mistranslated, could be not 100% accurate, but here are some of the things that Ibai said, and we'll go over multiple sources for some of this stuff. But Ibai says the LEC team competing in 2023 will be called Koi. So people have been speculating about that. Is it going to be Koi Rogue? Is it going to be Rogue Koi? Is it going to be Rogue still? Or is it going to be Koi? It will be Koi. I think that's interesting. I think it's the better move, and I think it makes sense, obviously, because from what we've heard, it sounds like Koi is going to be the majority owners in this thing. And I think them being the name behind the team, I think pretty much confirms that. Also, Koi with Ibai behind them are gonna, you know, they're like on a trajectory to be a much bigger brand, a much bigger entity, a much bigger fan base than Rogue. So I think even from a business perspective, it just makes sense. Also, I'm thinking that this puts potentially some pressure on Kcorp to start making some moves as well. Now, Kcorp absolutely can wait. They can absolutely get into the LEC in the future, but, you know, seeing one of your rivals get into the LEC, have a really good lineup, have a really good team, start making a bunch of connections, sponsors, money, all this stuff, and potentially, like, maybe win an LEC title next year or something like that. And if Kcorp was just stuck in the LFL for another year or two or whatever, that would kind of suck. And, it kind of sucks to see your rivals, your enemies or whatever, doing some cool things while you're not. So I don't know. This might put some extra pressure on Kcorp to start getting some stuff done. But this is big. This is a big streamer, a big personality, a big content creator, somebody who understands social media, somebody who understands branding and content and all this stuff getting into the LEC. It's going to be big. It's going to have new eyeballs on League of Legends esports, new eyeballs on the LEC. When this team goes to international stage, new eyeballs there as well. This is just a win all the way around. But also, the team being called Koi, I don't know if I love the name Koi. I still don't really even know what Koi means or why it's Koi or anything like that. Maybe as I hear the story more, it'll make more sense or whatever. Don't really like the logo either. And another thing is that Koi and Ibai and all these people, and we'll get into this more in a second, they haven't really connected with the English-speaking audience as much lately. When I make a video about Kcorp, those videos do better than my average videos. Those videos pop off, even as me, an English speaker, when they're a mostly French audience, because they've done a good job at connecting with English fans, which English is the language of the West. The LEC is mostly English. The LCS, mostly English. These fans, these people that you're going to be wanting to have cheer for you and root for you and buy your merch and watch your games and stuff, it's mostly going to be an English-speaking audience. Yes, you want to keep your Spanish roots and all that stuff, but the fact that Koi hasn't done as good of a job connecting with the English-speaking audience so far, I think is a kind of a big negative, and it makes it harder for me to talk about and even cover this stuff because I get less views when I talk about Koi than when I talk about just even normal esports story. So I hope that will change in the near future because I am really excited about Coin. I think they're going to do awesome things. But if you want to be a global brand or an international brand or even an LEC brand, English has to be a big part of it. Ibai will manage the sponsorships of the team. Rogue has agreed with and respected Ibai's view of the team and his business view. No NFTs or shady stuff will be worn on Koi's shirts or jerseys or whatever. Kind of interesting. Rogue has shown to be capable of managing the team and players, and Ibai believes they will do a great job at doing it in the future. They only accepted to be in the LEC because he thought it was best for the team. They had multiple options and decided this was the best option. That's kind of interesting. We'll get more into that in a little bit. They will later speak in English for Spanish speakers. This is a very, very big thing. We did have Ibai. I don't know if I have this tweet anywhere. Nobody tweeted at Ibai or anything. Ibai said, he pretty much tweeted out hey guys, my English is dog shit right now, but I'm working on it. He tweeted this in English, my English is dog shit or not very good or whatever right now. I'm working on it. We're going to have more English stuff coming soon. And that's just very, very exciting. Like I said, Koi is massive. They've obviously connected with the Spanish speaking audience very, very well to take it to that next level. They know they need to get into English stuff and they're going to. So it was cool that Ibai's at least starting to make that effort already. That's awesome. That was exciting, for me and I'm sure a lot of other people as well. Ibai hopes that Rogue followers accept Koi and hope that every Rogue follower will become welcome under Rogue's arms, with the new Koi team. They will have an English account to communicate with the international community. Koi will have a Rainbow Six, COD, and Rocket League team, which will join Koi's League of Legends, FIFA, TFT, and Valorant teams, and they will all be named Koi. Ibai is also saying that even if Rogue takes the final decision in the sports project, no decision will be taken without consulting or speaking to him, and they are already working together to form a great VCT team. That's Valorant. Rogue's Academy team will be set in Spain. They will be called Koi. Ibai will radio broadcast, which is live view pretty much, Rogue's Worlds games together with some Koi content creators. He's not going to be co-streaming. He's going to be live viewing. They want to hire some English-speaking content creators. 3 teams approach Koi in order to partner with Koi. So that's very, very interesting. We got to wonder who those teams are. And that's also something we can talk about a little bit more when we look at some other tweets. The reason they chose Rogue is that they were the organization that respected Ibai's values and views the most. I also wonder if it has anything to do with how good Rogue is in the LEC right now. Maybe, maybe not, because that's pretty short-sighted, but maybe. They had some no-goes for their partnership. They did not want to give everything just to be in the LEC, and I think that's a lot of what Kcorp is experiencing and going through right now. You don't want to make too many concessions just to get in the LEC, because at the end of the day, you don't want to just lose everything just to get in the LEC. That doesn't make sense. It's not worth it. Everything has a price. Ibai has told Riot that he will co-stream every Superliga match. That's the LFL, or not the LFL, the Spanish ERL. If there is co-streaming in the LEC or in the VCT, he says he will do that for sure. That's awesome. And I think Riot needs to jump on that opportunity. Co-streaming has been insane for Valorant, and I think we're really missing that in a lot of ways in the LEC and LCS, on a more more consistent basis. Ibai will know about all the operations of the sports side and will intervene if the organization believes that doing so will be beneficial. He is going to let Rogue manage the players and sports infrastructure. He will deal with the sponsors mainly, but he does want to be involved with the team. Nobody will be fired due to this partnership. That is very, very big. They want to combine everything that they have without losing anything. And then they also said there is some stuff here, about, hey, we're going to be getting into the English stuff more. People seem really excited about that. That's awesome. We also have this from Express, a couple more tweets that are just like maybe another perspective of some of the translations that I wanted to go over. It is a fusion. No one is fired from Rogue. Ibai is something like a president of this. They had 3 LEC offers and even 1 NA offer. Who is that NA team that was trying to bring Ibai and Koi over to the LCS? I don't know, but that's pretty spicy, so I definitely wanted to include that. But once they saw Rogue, it all they all eined it. I don't know what that means. Koi had money to be in the LEC solo, but they chose to fusion with Rogue. That, I think, is also very, very big because we have heard the rumors are that Kcorp does not have the money to buy into the LEC, and if they want to get in, they need to merge. They need to combine. They need to fuse. And from what we're hearing, at least, Koi does have the money to buy in the LEC solo, but they chose not to. Very, very interesting difference between the two organizations there, if this is all true from both sides. Rogue respected a lot of Ibai's views. Ibai won't do team-related decisions, but will try convincing LATAM and Spanish players to join the team. Koi won't hold players if they aren't happy in the org. Shots at Carlos. AGO Rogue players are free agents, plus they're going to be disbanding. No cryptos or NFTs in Koi. Someone asked about percentage, like what percent of, Rogue does Koi have, or of Koi does Rogue have, or whatever. But they have NDAs, so no answer. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. A lot of crazy, crazy news coming out of the LEC world. Koi is coming to the LEC. It seems like Rogue is gone in name, but not in spirit. It seems like the Rogue players, staff, everyone is still going to be involved. But everyone is going to be Koi. This is Ibai is the captain of the ship now, and we are in the Koi era of the LEC, and it's going to be really, really interesting to see how they do in 2023, how viewership on the LEC and all of their content and everything is, and potentially how Kcorp responds. But like I said, pretty much it for this video today. Drop a like if you did enjoy it. I'd appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about anything we talked about in this video today. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then.